Hey guys, want to talk to you about how I'm trying to cool down my RV. Stay tuned. Good stuff ahead. So the thing about our RV park is that we can't run our living room air conditioner due to this crappy 30 amp service in our RV park. And I noticed our portable evaporative cooler that we have in the house does a really good job at keeping the house cool economically. And so I thought maybe we could apply that same evaporative cooling principle and maybe cool down this sweat box we call an RV. Why not just put a sprinkler on your roof and that should keep your roof temp down and cool the interior? Read online about these different types of soaker hoses, and it looks like this Andrews hose will cover just about the right amount of square footage evenly. So we've got about 300 square feet of rooftop to drench. I want to eventually run this on an on-off solenoid so I can like run it on a schedule, and I'll need this part to do that. So let me get it now. Ah, check this out. Looks like we got some little ladybugs here. I wonder if you could live on eating just like ladybugs alone. That might be my next video, so stay tuned for that.
Okay, I got this.
Alright, and here's what it looks like. This is what I'm calling my MVP, or minimum viable product. Just something to get it working to see if I want to move forward on this project. And I've got like a 25-foot brown hose that matches the color of the outside of the RV. And then I just wrap that around this ladder to stay up in place. And then I plug the sprinkler into that hose. And here you go, guys. You've got some nice perspective artistic shots showing off some of my work here. And I've only had it on a few seconds here, and you can already see it's getting a pretty nice layer of wet all over this hot roof. It's raining, it's pouring, and it's really dirty up here. That actually reminds me, I have to wash this RV roof, but now I don't have to. Two birds, one stone. That's pretty great. Let me tell you, it is really hot up here right now. It's like this white is reflecting the sun like right up into my eyeballs. I need some sunglasses. Ha! I just came up with a really easy way to fill up this indoor evaporative cooler. Look, Mom, no hands!
So this is what I got, 50 feet, Andrews sprinkler and soaker hose. It's dual purpose. It can act as a sprinkler hose like this, or you can turn the hose upside down and direct it at the ground, and it will, in effect, be a soaker hose. So I'm going to use it in the sprinkler function. I got 50 feet, like I said. It's pretty thin, which is good in some cases because that means that it's pliable. So you can bend it to your needs, I guess, is what it's advertising. And it's got this clip on the very end of it that you can remove, so you can shorten the length of the sprinkler hose. But I didn't do that. I just used the whole 50 feet and doubled it up. Ran one down the right side and did a little curve, a little U-turn in the front of the RV, and it made it all the way back, pretty much. Could use a few extra feet, but it pretty much soaks it for what I need. And there is a full 5-year guarantee. I wonder how effective that is. I know that pretty much all the reviews say that these are pretty much only good for one season. And I wonder, how is it going to be up on the roof during this heat wave? Because it's a white roof, it's not like the lawn. I guess the lawn would probably absorb some of the heat. But with the white roof, especially with the hose not on, it gets really hot up there. I should take a temperature laser temp gun and figure out what temp is up there. But how hot it is, it should degrade the hose pretty fast, which is kind of a bummer. But hey, it's only like $13 for this or something like that, so that's not bad to have to replace it every season. And best off, guys, made in the USA. Alright guys, so as a test I've just been running this thing without turning it off, kind of at a low volume of water, but it's got the entire roof soaked. I went up there and I checked it out, and it is wet. Unfortunately, look at the temp. So this is the indoor temp. This is up against the wall though, so it might be a little deceiving. And then this is outside temp, 88. It's actually cooler outside right now. This thing is sitting in the sun, or sorry, in the shade under the RV, and then this, I'm wondering, because it's kind of sitting on the exterior wall here, maybe that's the reason. Okay, and so I've got another thermometer over here. I have a ton of these everywhere. It says 86 degrees in here. Still, only a 2-degree difference from the outside temp, and I think that could just be attributed to this guy right here. This is my evaporative cooler. I love this thing. I got this for like, I think $70 on OfferUp. And yeah, it's just a Honeywell. It's just an evaporative cooler. Just a commercial version. I know you can do this yourself with a Home Depot bucket. But anyways, it's got the evap pad on there. And then water goes through there, trickles down over that pad, and then there's just a fan that blows air over it. Pretty economical. But that's not what we're talking about today. So here's what it looks like from the outside. We've got it turned down pretty low, but you can see that there's water up there. It is completely soaked. It looks like I'm pretty much just watering the pavement at this point. Yep, that's just all wasted water. It sounds like it's raining outside when you're inside. I do have this mister here, and I can say this is working really well. I just got this off of Amazon, and it's got these little mister spigots in there, and puts just a little bit of water into the air, just mists it, and it does cool down the temp. So that's kind of nice. And yeah, I don't know if you guys can see, but it definitely is all wet up here. So I've touched it, and it is cool to the touch. So it is working. It's keeping the roof nice and cool, but it's not keeping me cool. And here's Tiff's nice flowers. She's watering those every morning. Isn't that looking beautiful there? And then we got these little trailer trashy lights, solar lights, and they're like little hummingbirds, and they light up at night and change colors. Pretty cool. But yeah, so I don't know, at this point, do I go forward on this project? It doesn't seem like it's really cooling the place. However, I've got to do some further tests here, because I have heard that it's easier to keep a place cool than it is to try and cool it down once it's hot. So I guess that means turning these things on at like 9 a.m. and I'll just run a test and just keep it on all day and see if it changes the temperature. But I think, I don't know, maybe this is it for this video. So far, this isn't working. Stay tuned. I will try more, and if it does work, if I do think it's worth it, maybe I need to cool the sides of the RV too with the misters. I don't know. Depending on what I find out, I'll just figure out if I want to move forward on this project, and that would include doing a Raspberry Pi project so that I can turn the valve on and off. And I found these solenoids that are pretty cheap, and they'll screw right into a hose, sprinkler hose. If those actually cool the RV, like even just a couple degrees, and all I'd have to do is turn it on for maybe like 10 seconds and then turn it off, and then just do that every 2 minutes or something like that. I don't know what I'll run some tests, figure out what's like the optimal time to turn it on, because you don't need to turn it on very long. You just need to soak the surface, right? And then as soon as it evaporates, like, soak it again. Maybe you could even put a temperature probe in there, and in your little script, whatever, which it can run on Python, and you can just turn it on and off, make your own schedule. Well, you could put a thermometer probe in there, so if it's like 90 degrees out, it only takes a certain amount of time to evaporate. Say that's your evaporation time, and that could be just like variable. So on hot days, it'll turn on more often. So, but yeah, I don't even know if it's worth it, because, and that would explain why I haven't seen nobody on the internet do this. So this is maybe the first video, and I don't think it's worth it. But tune back in, it might be. We'll see. All right.
So, is it worth it to soak your RV roof to keep the temp down in your RV? Results are inconclusive. Tune back in to find out. Will Bayward abandon this project and move to a new RV park where he can run his AC? Or will Bayward continue his project to become the internet's first ever YouTube RV rooftop soaker pioneer? Tune back in to find out. Guys, thanks for watching this video. If you liked it, please scream from the rooftops and tell everyone you like this video. If you didn't like this video, tell me why you didn't like it in the comments. Until next time, this is Bayward Boondocker Extraordinaire, signing out.